And welcome back to our Let's Play of Demon's Souls. I am Chubby Cheez-It, the latter half of the Three Heart Runners, and today we are going to finish up level 4 with the big, giant, and incredible boss of 4.3. This is one of my favorite bosses in the game, and I probably said that almost to every single boss in this entire game. But this one is very unique, and the reason why it is unique is that you need a special sword to kill him. But the sword is in this level. So you have to storm the beaches while getting slaughtered by the manta rays to grab a sword to kill the manta rays and then finally kill Mother Manta Ray. How many times did I say manta ray? 3 or 4 times? Now, in this picture, this doesn't look that big. But if you look closely, you can see all of those giant flying manta rays. There's 4 or 5 that are floating on her back. This thing is massive and belongs in the Shadow of the Colossus game. And here we go. First thing I always do is I cast warding on this so I can run down this, because basically it's a sprint to get to the end, because these things are going to be attacking you the entire time and you got to do a lot of dodging here. It's not a very good idea to stand in one spot. You can see the shadows of these things flying above you, and you want to get down there as fast as you can. And like I said, you know, doing this without knowing this can be a little crazy, because I thought I had to shoot those things out of the sky the first time until I saw this little sparkle in the distance, and it's this giant storm sword. All you do is switch it up. And this sword has some serious special properties to it, but it only works in this level, and you will see what its specialty is here in just a second. It shoots a big wave of air at its enemies. It can only be in a certain distance, but this is the way you get here. While I'm fighting off these small enemies before we get to the actual big boss, I'm going to tell you this actually is my favorite grinding spot of the game. I know that there are several places where you can grind and you can get a lot more places, but the reason why this is my favorite is this is a place where you can come in and grind, and it'll take literally 2 minutes to kill off all of these enemies, and you make a good 30,000, 40,000 souls. And it gets even better New Game Plus. So that's what I do. Come in here, cast warding, kill the guys. And here is big old Mother Brain, big old Mother Manta Ray. Or as it calls it, the Storm King. But, you know, since it has all of the... and that's what it does to you. Since it has a whole bunch of its children on top of it, I still consider this to be female, so. But anyways, all you do is this boss is actually fairly easy. It's just, you just attack it while you can, and that's about it. All I do is cast warding, attack, cast warding, attack, cast warding, attack. Very easy. It's exciting, though, you know, seeing a boss that is, you know, this massive. Being that it is one of my favorite bosses, they could have done more with it, I think. It's, to some people who are looking for something that's more exciting, this could be a little bit boring. I was more in awe the entire time of the size and the scope of this boss, so I wasn't really bothered by the fact that the fight is actually in retrospect kind of boring. If you have the Purple Fire Shield, this is the place you want to come to, because after you upgrade the Purple Fire Shield a certain amount, you can use Cloud Stones to upgrade the Purple Fire Shield even more, so that it has resistances to and I almost died there, how about that? So that has heavier resistances to magic, because as itself, the Purple Fire Shield doesn't, but if you turn it into the Dark Purple Fire Shield, then you can expand its resistance up to 70%, I believe, against the against magic, which can be really helpful in the final boss. That way you can block his attacks for the most part and take very little damage. Anyways, we are getting closer and closer and closer to the end of this video. And just rinse and repeat. It's a fairly easy boss. But I think I've said that to almost all of them too, which is kind of funny as well. The hard part is getting rid of all of the smaller mana rays before taking the Storm King on. But again, it's not too difficult. We're going to be running into more difficult bosses a little bit later. In my opinion, the Man-Eater is probably the toughest boss in the game. At least, I think without a doubt is the toughest boss in the game. But many people do disagree with me, and many people do not. It's one of the few bosses that actually basically made it into the second game, but they ruined it by making it too easy. I'll talk about Dark Souls in the next video. Anyways, I am Chubby Cheez-It, latter half of the 3 Heart Runners. Take care. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.